Okay, we want to so schedule is Naked and Youngi, right? And homework 3 is already out yesterday, right? And probably the discussion may be delayed because schedule is going up. Right? We'll see, but probably. Right? And we'll it on next Monday, right? And about project team, did you get the email from Inhwan on suggestion on teamwork? Which one is it? Project team, right? Okay, this one. So this is a suggested teammate. Did you get this email? So I want to fix the team today, now. Right? So who has the Android phone? Android phone. So, okay, 3 of you. So Alessandro is here, okay. And Tyler and Agatha is here. Okay, so hardware problem is solved, right? Any other discussion on this team members? I told Inhwan to make a heterogeneous membership, right? As much as possible. That is the answer, right? So do you want to change somehow or fix? Is it okay? Go ahead. Because next Thursday you will have a presentation. It should be hurry. Project is starting. Proposal presentation next Thursday, right? 1 week time from today. I will show you. I have sent you 10 minutes or 30 minutes ago how to turn project. But I will explain again. Right? All right. And then, right. So this one. But already I saw that most of the slide is already explained, so that I'll be quick. Right? This is the first chapter. This is the book. We have the chapter title, and then what is design is already explained. Design is a fundamental, purposeful human activity. We will cover chapter 1 today. First part of chapter 1. They are explaining about the formal, what is formal, but there should be informal definition of design, and what will be the design system, and finally the knowledge is used in design. Right? Chapter 2 will cover about the models of design. So modeling, because we want to computerize the design itself, right? Design knowledge, design itself. So we call this a representation of design, representation of knowledge, right? So that we need a model. So there are some models explained, and also the process. Process means activity sequence of activities. Timeline is important. Is explained in chapter 2, and then prototype also, but this one is already explained. So here in this book, in this class, we are trying to show that design is can be modeled by reasoning process. So 3 models of reasoning: deduction, abduction, induction, already covered. And this table is used many times. and deduction, induction, abduction, and also I explained that backward chaining and forward chaining is similar to this. I wrote down in here somewhere some time ago, right? And then also this slide is shown several times already. So design space of design defined by generative knowledge and also interpretive knowledge. Okay? So this is showing as a generate and test model, right? Generate and test for the interpretation, for the performance of design. And this is abduction. So how can we use interpretive knowledge to starting from required performance to arrive at specific design. This one is also shown to you before. So chapter 1 is made of these subsections: nature of design, models of design, knowledge and design, and conclusion, and organization of the book and further readings. So design, I told you that design is not easy, right? Because there are so many varieties. There is no single correct answer. Sophistication, level of detail, right? So simple design, simple design problem, medium difficulty, and then sophisticated design problem. One can be a selection among alternatives. You designed a smartphone for Indian ladies. Everybody produced one design. Then I can select among them one, right? The best one. There is a selection among alternatives. Or do you want to produce your own PC? So you want to make your own PC? Then you should select from among the alternative, so CPUs, memories, graphic cards, monitors, mouse, hard disk. All are your selections, right? By selecting among available in the market, you can produce your own PC, right? So that kind of thing is just selection among alternatives. Right? We call this is catalog design. Among catalog, we just select and configuration of small components. Right? And medium difficulty one is adjusting dimensions of some form, right? Adjusting shape, rounding or angling. Angle is better or rounding is better at the corner, right? Corner. How much rounding is better? Good. Right? Is it better to have a more sharp corner, or how much rounding is better? Thickness, right? So we may modify this design for the Indian ladies, right? Starting from here, right? Modify, adjusting. We call it adaptation of prototype. This time, this is a prototype. So modification of pattern. Sophisticated one is just produce a new form from the start. There is no such one in the world. We just have a concept car for the 10 more years later, concept car, right? Autonomous, no driver, smart, artificial intelligence, adaptive. So how can we produce very new design for 10 years later? Or smartphone for 10 years later. So novel creation. Knowledge and tool. Computer provides a single medium for representation. Representation is I want to store knowledge into the computer. Then you need to represent knowledge into the computer. Right? So simplest form is if then rule. Right? There are more other things. Neural network is another representation. There are several different representation forms. and carrying out for operation. After representation, you can use them. Use that knowledge. Right? So we call this is operation. Using it. Right? We are operating a car, but somebody should produce a car or buy a car and then operate. Expect direct link between knowledge-based system and CAD system. Because we are talking about designing knowledge-based design system. But traditionally we call CAD system is good for design. Right? It's a tool for design help. Right? So somebody is trying to combine AI with CAD system. So there are commercial systems calling intelligent CAD system. But now it's popular. Already commercial CAD systems are saying that our system is smart. Research in design theory and method, CAD. CAD already studied. There is also theory, many theories. So they are trying to reduce the design process into a computing. Just number counting, calculations. Right? So numerical computation is main target in CAD system. AutoCAD, you can think about AutoCAD. The lines and angles and thickness and colors and numbers. But there is not only computation, there is also some reasoning in design. Right? So we are trying to combine them. Combine knowledge-based system and computational-based system. That is our target in this class. This is a sample of CAD drawing, right? Three-dimensional system. And nature of design. Design is a purposeful activity. So purposeful and opportunistic is two different terms, right? They are competing each other. So design is more on purposeful activity on this, rather than opportunistic. Description of artifact, how a smartphone, or my idea, my concept car in my memory, last night I have a good idea, new concept car for next 10 years. Right? Then how can you describe that idea to you? Right? How can I can use wording, or better ways can be drawing. Right? So how can we describe a design? But the design is not the final product. This is final product. But design is drawing or CAD file. Right? This is physical. This is virtual. Right? Virtual. But we can use this drawing or CAD file for the prediction. That's why we are doing design. Right? Last night I had a good idea on concept car. Right? That is a conception, virtual one. I'm trying to describe, draw them in a CAD system, and then we can proceed. Or what can be the performance? Is it good enough? Last night I was very excited that because it can be a very nice idea. But this morning I think about and try to figure out again. Then not so. Something is going down, right? Because of the prediction is coming and calculation is coming. So will be your term project too. Looks like a tank drawing, and also drawing of what is this? Okay. And apartment or housing. Goal directed activity is so we need to have decisions based on analysis. So I talked about chess game is very similar to chess game. Description of artifact that satisfies. This one is already covered. And system of evaluation. This is the final slide coming from my part. So evaluation. Each one is good for Indian ladies. That is different from Korean ladies, right? Right? They different colors or different size or different functions, right? So they are different because they have a different value system. Korean ladies, Indian ladies. Right? So what is this? What is this? What is good? What is good? What is valuable? It's different, depending on your system of thinking. Right? What is worth striving for, your life? Right? It's different. Is it public good or is it personal, private? Right? So it's not easy to set an objective function for the ladies of Indian, young generation ladies. Right? Different. Objective is different. Right? So we need to collect and set up objectives, list of the objectives for your design. Right? So then we can go on to, and then sometimes there are conflicting goals. Some portion of ladies like white color, and some ladies like a pink color. Which one is I should choose? The confliction is coming. Everything, every time. Okay, that's it for. Any questions? No questions, because it's already covered. So I jumped into another slide for how to turn project. And then Younggi will come. Right. So this one is already sent to you just before the class, so you already have the email. So subject is already told you that TensorFlow and smartphone, right? Combining. There will be 3 times of presentation. One will be next 1 week time, Thursday. Right? And team up is already done, fixed, 2 team. There will be 3 times presentation and also written report. Evaluation will be done by myself and TA. I don't know whether you want to do, but there is only 2 teams, so it's not working this time. Sometimes there are several teams. I use this peer review together, but this time, no, it's not working. And schedule management. 3 times there will be a project plan presentation next week, and then will be midterm presentation, and then final presentation. And then there is a rule that each presentation you should have a different member as a presentation. Because you have 4 members each, then you may have choose 3 people to have assigned for the presentation. Right? Not saying person can do twice or 3 times presentation. Written report, every time please submit so that I can evaluate. But the presentation PPT file is okay as a written report, so you can prepare only 1. Right? If you make a video out of your presentation, then or upload to the YouTube, you please link to the website of class. And the midterm presentation, I want to see the final presentation scenario or demonstration. Items I want to see in your report, so your presentation too, right? The schedule of your team project and job allocation among team members and references. Especially, you may survey the existing commercial systems and also patents. And can be used comparison table, because I like comparison table. Evaluation will be TA and myself. Right? There are 2 TAs. Ready? Right? But important thing is schedule. This is about schedule. You should finish your goal planning. So that's why I want to see your schedule page. Right? Many people are saying that I work hard, but I could not finish. So it's not good for you, especially for your credit. For your credit. So it is my recommendation. They start with the big goals, right? But finally, because it is very short time, only you have how many weeks we have? 10 weeks? Right? Less than 10 weeks. Right? And you have 4 members. So you have a small project. So it's better to have 2 goals. Must goal and additional. Right? That is my recommendation for you from my experience. And also sometimes, because our lab members are 4 already, PhD students already, right? So sometimes student brings his project coming from his PhD or his real industry project. Well, it's good, but you should separate out which one is this portion, right? Which one is borrowed one. Clearly show us contribution. There's previous project, but this time is different, right? Previously I use in that year we usually use knowledge-based system, expert system, ontology system. But this time we jump into neural network. So, but there is a title. You can reference to them. Okay, that is already shown to you at the beginning of this class. Fortune teller, your own personalized smartphone, or health trainer. Right? Any question on Tom project? Okay.
How to get the previous material?
Previous material. I can, because the link is not alive to previous. I have some slide, so if you want, I can give you presentation slide, not the whole set, because the previous website is disconnected somehow. Right? But I guess this is not related with your project. Anyway, I can send some of the presentation material if you want. Other questions? Okay, go ahead.
What's the purpose of using a smartphone?
Collecting big data.
Anything else? Like if I can find another source which provides me that much amount of data. Then
Sorry, say again.
If I find another source which provides me like a big amount of data.
From website.
Yeah, kind of.
Not using smartphone.
Like if I just only want to do something with neural networks.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. So Google can provide the big data for such a Tom project, right? So can I use that kind of one? Limited. Right. But I designed the project because it is needed for you. If you go to as a engineer, when you got a job, you need to collect big data yourself from the shop floor, from the machinery, right? Milling machine or drilling machine or something, assembly machine or car. You need to tap to that machine to collect data. That is not also easy. So I want to this time to have experience on this tapping to machine to collect real data. That was my idea. All right. Let's say you can do, but you will get less credit from me. Other TA, I don't know. That is because I hope you learn to tapping information data gathering. Gathering is probably also important. That is my case. So you can think of it because you can produce a better result, as Sunja says, right? Because you get free and bigger and better data set, right, from Google, right, than other team, right? They only try to get some limited data from the smartphone. So, right. Another question? No, then I hand on to Young for